What up, everyone? Crypto Markets, aka Bone Army, coming at you. So I got some mega alpha coming from a very reputable source, and on top of that, I was able to confirm that there is some of the tokens that I'm about to talk about in Shibarium already. So if you like getting alpha, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that sub. All right, cool. So first of all, I'm talking about Shib and the future of Shib. Okay, Shibarium, Shiba Inu, the Shiba state, the network state, and Shi, the stable coin. So this in particular focuses highly on Shi. Why? Because Shi is going to be the foundation by which the world does its transactions. All right, let's go ahead and get into it because I know that's a mouthful already. So why do I have the today's crypto price by market cap? Well, I'm gonna talk about Shib. So I want to make sure that I understand what the market is doing. So it's looking at that it's at a 2.25 trillion-dollar market cap total, that is. So down 0.14%. Let's go ahead and check out Shib real quick, slide into it. I did a very basic sketch of what I think might occur within the next couple of months for Shib. I do see this consolidating a little bit more and breaking out. So just putting that out there, currently sitting at 4 zeros, 22.17. And of course, the dream is 1 cent. All right. So how can we possibly do that? Well, first of all, we got to follow the vision. Okay. Ryoshi's vision. So there's one video in particular that I did a while ago, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about that video. One video that was 8 months ago talking about Shi. A week ago, content creator that I like actually covered a different aspect of Leash, also covering some of the aspects of the Ryoshi paper. So if you haven't already checked out the video, it's actually by Random Arts. It's called Shiba Inu Leash Bone Shiba Swap Holders Ryoshi's 5% rule will make the Shiba Army bank. I thought there was a lot of value to that. So definitely check that out. So I like that he went back. This was 6 days ago and knocked out something from, look at this, February 2021. So the more context we have, the more we're able to eliminate the FUD. All right, cool. What is the source of which I'm talking about? Well, this is Mazrael.shib. Quote, the end goal is that Shib, parentheses, operating both on ETH and the Shibarium, becomes a global stable currency that plebes across all countries are able to use as both a store of value and method of payment. Honestly, that is so much alpha. I'm going to read it one more time. I highly recommend if you get to the end of the video, you might want to watch it one more time because what I'm going to talk about is we're talking about this is what is going to unveil in stages to make the Shib dream, the Ryoshi vision, Shaitoshi's vision, and the Shiba state a reality. So once again, the end goal is that She/Shib, operating both on ETH and the Shibarium blockchains, of course, become a global stable currency that plebes across all countries are able to use as both a store of value and method of payment. All right. This is a quote. I don't know where that quote is. I will come across the quote eventually. I needed to get out the main point of it because the main point isn't even this quote. This quote is not exactly related to what I'm going to talk about. It just further confirms something that I suspected a while ago. So let's go ahead and go to that video from about 9 months ago. Okay, it's called Shocking Discovery, Decoding Ryoshi's Vision Message on Shiba Token. So keep in mind, there was a secret message I decoded. I'm gonna go ahead and link this video, the shocking discovery, so you guys can see the process by which I went ahead and discovered the secret message in that website. All right, let's go ahead and listen to some of this. Ryoshi's vision. So I started looking for Ryoshi's through Ryoshi's archives. Okay, and then I wanted to see what he said about Shi. So he said, Shi, the global exchange of value for plebes. She is an, and at this point, she was slated to be an algorithmic stable coin. Okay, like what's that? The most famous one that uh I guess the most famous collapsed one is UST, right? The Terra dollar. But anyways, the point is that these tokens are they're not really backed per se by a hard commodity or a currency. They're able to be manipulated based on how many tokens they have, so it can increase. So that's not really what we want, honestly. But at this point, this is what they were talking about. It says she is a global stable coin that that all coin that always pegs to 1 cent. We imagine this will want to be launched after the Shibarium has established, but can also launch before
I
on
missed the
Ethereum
beginning of
network
this. Is
and bridge over, of
the
course. The
global
exact structure for
value for
She
plebes.
is still up for debate. The most direct way is to make it a synth, like done with UMA, SNX, and DAI, or with DAI, in which some collateral is locked up in order to mint She that always pushes it back to 1 cent. The other way to go about it is to study the Frax model, which is fractional reserve, and has a catcher coin to absorb the fluctuations in value to help maintain the peg.
All right, cool. So I see the quote actually right here. It says the end goal is that She operating both on ETH and the Shibarium becomes a global stable currency that plebes across all countries are able to use as both a store of value and method of payment. At the beginning, I don't know why I didn't read this. It says the global exchange of value for plebes. She is the algo. So, all right, this is when it was supposed to be. Now it's supposed to be pegged to a cent, but it's actually going to be pegged, it looks like, to sheep. Okay. And that's what I understood from this right here. Okay. So you see how it says she Shib? So if that is the case, that Shib is going to get paired with everything, that's the point of this video, then the amount of burns that are going to occur on Shibarium and for Shiba Inu are going to be insane. I actually do believe that eventually Shib will reach 1 cent, and it does not need to reach the ridiculous market cap that everyone is saying. Okay, there's people out there that, first of all, don't understand market cap, and they're incorrect. I'll just put it like that. The crypto Marxist supply theory states that there is less Shiba Inu than there is Bitcoin. Okay, so I need to do that video because I keep talking about it. I've been talking about it for months, but as you guys can see, there's just a lot out there. So I want to hit you guys with this one right here. And then I'm going to show you guys that there is actually a Shib bone pair, a Shibarium wrapped bone. Okay. So let's go ahead and just
In
get
other
into
words,
this.
what Shib is saying is this: forget Bitcoin, forget your dollars, forget any medium of exchange. The globalized exchange of value will be She, and that is the ultimate goal. That this is a decentralized blockchain that's able to function on its own. All of the tokens functioning with their utility, performing at a high level with the key to everything else, which is a stable coin, basically the foundation of the entire ecosystem, honestly, because She started out, it's like the community token. You got Bone being the, well, I mean, she and She are will be like the entire system is so perfectly crafted that it's here. I even wrote it under here. Okay. And this is what it says: Ryoshi's vision, deciphered by yours truly. My vision is the core ecosystem. Don't forget, the core ecosystem is the 4 tokens. Okay. She, Leash, Bone, and Tree all performing their utility, while She slowly but surely becomes the immutable, globalized exchange of value. Okay. So when we're talking about exchange, we're talking what this vision entails is this is $1 trillion vision. In other words, not, and in
Trillion
fact,
dollars.
where does this come from? Okay, because see, I'm gonna bring this full circle to you guys. All right, because first of all, here let's go back.
All right, cool. So actually, this video, this is when I was talking about already deciphering and where it came from. You guys right now know where it came from. But if you want to see the entire process that I used to basically decipher this, it was actually a banger. I'm gonna definitely tag it a couple of times. All right, cool. So now let's go ahead and get into another thing. What am I talking about? Shibarium wrapped bone, W bone. So this is different than just wrap bone. In fact, this one is worth a little bit less from what I see. Why do I say that? Because if you come over to Wolf Swap, okay, look, you have wrapped bone Shib. Yes, that's already there. Wrap bone Shib. So look, 1-to-1 with bone. So it's equal to bone. But if you go to, oh, and one thing too,
This is one thing. If you want to buy normally any other token with bone, let's say you put your bone. Let me make sure I'm sharing this. All right, cool. So if you want to share, if you want to buy any token, right? You put the token down here, the contract address. Once it's there, 1 to 1, and this says swap. With this one, it actually says wrap. Okay, and this is straight from the purchase swap on Wolf Swap. Okay, so this is already there, and has been in existence since 2023. This particular pair. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap some just so you guys can see what's happening with this real quick. So basically, it says wrap bone to wrap bone for wrap bone. So wrap one bone for wrap bone. All right. So let's see what's going on over here. So I don't know if this actually kicked me out, because for some reason every time my wallet slides in, sometimes it kicks me out of the share. But I have noticed also when you're interacting with the wrap bone shib pair, the process of purchase takes longer. And also I had to make multiple 3 different like approvals, confirmations, when normally it's just a couple. So let me see if I'm actually sharing this. Yeah, because I want to show you guys how it says wrap successful or whatever. And then the other way, vice versa too. If you want to unwrap it, it'll tell you um unwrap successful. Okay, so here it is. It says wrap bone or wrap bone for W bone. Okay, so wrap one bone for wrap bone. Okay, so look how long it's actually taking. Normally the transactions go, all right, so there it is successful. Normally they're about like 5 seconds. That was pretty long, like 15-20 seconds. So it says wrap successful. So then let me just go back over here. So the reason I'm showing you this, in case you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about, is so you can also unwrap it. Okay, you can go ahead and come over here, put it up here, and if you want to unwrap it and turn this wrap bone shib pair that you can use. Okay, so basically what this also confirms to me is that Shibarium is a multi-coin blockchain as well. Okay, that's basically what this is confirming to me. All right. So I that's my theory. And what I'm assuming is, just like this sheep is wrapped with wrap bone, sheep is going to be wrapped with shib is going to be wrapped with leash, shib is going to be wrapped with shiboshis. I think this is, once again, this is mega alpha if true. If everything is wrapped with shib, that means that every single transaction is going to burn SHIB. Not only that, here, let's swing over here real quick, because this was actually um, from Mazrel. So if you're not following him, also go ahead and give him a follow, of course. So hopefully that's what this is what the alpha was on that, but this only makes sense. So I don't even know if he meant to do this, but because I knew about those pairs, and the only reason I know about the the Shibarium wrap bone, is I read talking about having that particular bone supposedly would get you an airdrop. All right, when Shibarium dropped. So I've been holding that for a long time. I haven't really received an airdrop, which is fine though. My point is though, that different tokens can be used on Shibarium. This is proof of it, because I went ahead and did a transaction where I bought $1 worth, or one wrapped bone slash shib worth of Pika, and I was able to do it. The one thing is, it took about 20 seconds. So if that is where they're going, hopefully it doesn't affect the transaction time, because that is basically my biggest worry. But at the same time, this is the easiest way for them to get to SHIB 1 cent. Okay, imagine it's like dam is paired with bone, and with every transaction that occurs, both dam and bone are burned. So that's basically the exact same thing that would occur with she and shib, basically bringing the stable coin, to a store of value, and where people can actually hold the value of their Shi, okay, the purchasing power, because it isn't under attack by inflation. You know what I mean? So, anyways, this is mega bullish, mega alpha. I hope you guys understand why I'm so bullish on this. All right. So if you guys like getting alpha like this, go ahead and hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is, of course, time sensitive and urgent. All right. So with that said, I will link the previous video, which is this one: shocking discovery, decoding Ryoshi's vision message. Why do I say decoding? Just quickly, I'm a slide this over here just so you guys can see where this came from. Where did that actually come from? Well, it came from here. It came from here. It came from the Shiba Inu website. Okay, before they started releasing information, they were blurred out. They were blurred out. So what I did was I was able to actually decipher this, and this was actually encoded. So I'll show you the entire process of how I did it. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna go for that one. Crypto Nostradamus, aka Bone Army, aka Crypto Marxist, straight up, just for knocking that one out. So let me know what you think about that. So this once again is, if true, Shib paired with everything. Okay, so basically everything deflationary that would increase the amount of burns that would also happen even in stable transactions. See, that's what I also want you to understand. This is like, it's obvious to me, but I feel like I might be leaving so much out that maybe might not be obvious to people that don't even know that Shiba Inu is on pace to be the first digital state, the first social network country in the world. Understand how big this is. Montevideo protocols, their own swap, their own metaverse, okay, partnerships, real world assets to come, Shib identity, CDSA. I mean, Zama partnerships with fully homomorphic encryption. I can keep going on and on. I don't want to bore you guys, but just understand this is mega bullish. All right, I had to hit you guys with this video, and then I'm gonna cover a bunch of other tokens. Trust me, I hear the community out there. I know you guys want me to cover the community tokens out there, and of course you already know I still remain bullish on every single one of those. Shibarium to the moon, Ethereum to the moon, everything Shib to the moon. You already know. So if you want more of this, go ahead and hit the sub, of course, bell it up, hit that like, share, bam, hit the videos up there. And like I like to say, I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. And I'm out this piece. Deuces.